talking about me, I will leave them alone. I've had people I've gotten into it with jump in my DMs and say, Cap, just leave me alone, please. Okay, no problem. Don't speak on me again. Yeah. King said, told you it get deep.
And that one is deep right there.
Cold blooded. Cold blooded. Hey, you think I ain't put my people on that shit? I was me and my people. I was like, oh no, we finna figure this out right here. So it is what it is. He played with me, then I'm just gonna have to put it on the green screen and set it out.
Maybe I'll probably just leave you alone.
Yeah, he better just leave me alone, because then it's gonna be a lot worse. If I have to defend myself, it's gonna be a lot worse. He better leave me alone. And I said what I fucking said, and I'm not taking it back.
King said I was at work like I said, I mean, I haven't been on a heartbreaker panel since November, December, somewhere in there, but I know you and her do y'all dance, right? So I didn't give, what I'm saying, that's something y'all do about every 90 days. We, the audience, we trip out on it, we laugh, we keep it moving. And y'all really never take, it seems like no matter how far you and her go on each other, you never really take it personal.
No, because she know when I get to goofing around, she know I'm a get some of them white claws in me and get to dragging her. So she know fair exchange is no robbery. And that's what I like about Heartbreaker, is that, you can drag her to the pits of hell and she'll still get up and be like, what up? And keep it pushing.
She don't care. But I couldn't idly stand by and, let someone else get brought up in it. Right.
Right.
For one reason, because one, I've done that to that person and they didn't deserve it. And I'm actively now wanting them to forgive me for it. And then two, we are seeing keys, you know what I mean?
Right.
He said something about him and then everybody just run with it, and then come to find out later, none of the above, So I just was like, nah. I had to let me push it, and I told you, you run your shit how you want to, but I wanted the audience to hear like, nah, that's not how that went down. Even when it was presented to me and I called myself angry and was presented common sense, this ain't that.
Yeah. But people will do that on here, like this person, Miss Pretty, that just ran in here and said Kappa always seems like the aggressor, but without even really knowing me or following me or watching a live. You just draw that assumption from your troll page with you're following 84 people but 0 followers. So it's not an opinion. You didn't state an opinion. You kind of came in here and you wanted to push a narrative that I'm the aggressor. And 9 times out of 10, I usually don't even respond to people. People be having my name in rooms I'm not even in. I usually don't respond. The only time I respond is when I have time to respond.
Right.
When I feel like I got my spot, got them, then I'm going to drag your ass to oblivion. And at the end of the day, it's going to be funny. Y'all take this app so serious. Do you think I give a fuck? It's a bitch sitting in here right now call themselves mad at me. I don't give a fuck about you, bitch. You can live or die. Like, for real. If I'm nice to you, consider that a blessing. Because at the end of the day, I didn't come to TikTok because I needed anything from anybody.
Right. Well, I just look at it like this. I doubt if they covered in court.
Well,
because
okay. So then they said Most Hated is in Poozie's live and we are discussing. And that's fine that Most Hated is in Poozie live. But to come over here and say that I seem to be the aggressor all the time, you don't follow me, you don't be in my lives, you don't know me, you don't talk to me personally on the phone. So how could you make that summation that I am the aggressor?
Right. How?
Yeah,
I know fucking well Poozie and Miss Most Hated don't date. I know you lying.
Most Hated and Poozie are dating now?
In no fucking way.
Well, you cared enough to take your fingers and put some comments about me in the comment section. So when I don't care enough about something or somebody, I look at the person, I'll be like, all right. And I just either sit there or I leave the live. So you cared enough to make that statement in the first place. What's up, Miss Page?
Thank y'all. Somebody could fill me in on Poozy and Most Hated. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
I don't put
Ain't
nothing
no
past neither one of them.
way. Ain't no way.
We can end it there, but you know, you really shouldn't probably, Miss Pretty, you probably shouldn't run around asserting your opinion on other women. That screams weak bitch to me. You don't have to insert your opinion on other women. If I'm aggressive, it's because somebody fucked with me. Because other than that, I'm a happy-go-lucky, chill person. I love to crack jokes. I love to laugh. Keyona's been on the phone with me for hours on end. This is not me when me and Keyona having a serious conversation. This is not me. It's lighthearted. We usually laughing. We might go back and forth about something. But at the end of the day, for you to come in and automatically assert your opinion over me screams weak bitch. And I'm sorry. You need to go on ahead and collect your thought process up, because a lot of you women, if you are a woman, in fact, a lot of you women are self-hating. A lot of you women can't stand a woman that won't tolerate what you will tolerate. What you put up with, I will not put up with. That's why y'all run around whenever somebody married. That's why you hoes run around with them people marriages in your mouth. That's why you run around talking about their husbands and their kids and they this and they that. Because that woman won't tolerate what you tolerate, and you still probably pretty single and pretty goddamn lonely. And that's the problem. Like, we need to pick our self-esteems up off the curb and out the trash and understand that you too can get what you deserve, but you got to work for it, and you got to be intelligent. You don't have to lay over with every man that come your way. You don't have to be smitten with every man that tell you beautiful. You don't have to pay every man attention. While y'all looking for them bad boys and them thugs and them hustlers, the real women out here, they getting real men.
Right.
That want something out of life, that pull their pants up, that ain't out here trapping, that ain't out here doing this crazy stuff. Y'all let music and y'all let a persona go to y'all head, and then y'all end up with these weak ass niggas out here getting played, used, and becoming somebody's baby damn mama. Stop going for them personas and start finding you these men out here that got legitimate jobs. These men that ain't gonna take you on a date that's a drive-by. A thug don't take you to the museum. A thug don't bring you flowers. A thug bring you problems, other baby mamas, fights. Look at this woman up in Chicago with that thug she was dealing with. Unalived her with his new baby mama. Ain't none of them kids over the age of 5 for him to even be having a new baby mama, or over the age of 10. Just no stock in yourselves. And I don't like that for us. I don't like that for us. That you will come in here and hear a part of a story and form a whole opinion, because that is why people think so negatively about black women, because you bitches run around thinking negatively about each other. Y'all thinking negatively about each other. Keyona, when I first met Keyona, I was trying to put Keyona up on TikTok game. I told Keyona, I said, divest yourself from everything. Protect yourself, blah, blah, blah. These people be playing these games, right? That was my first statement to you. Keyona told me, unless you worth $1 million, I'm not finna listen to you. Now I'm sitting in the crib. We got a 6,000 square foot crib sitting on 50 acres, 45-ish, with rental properties and everything all over the.
Tell it right, Cappa. Tell it right. At the time,
you did not know that. You didn't know that. You didn't know that. You didn't know that about me, because I don't.
It wasn't even that. At the time, Kappa, one of them little hoes in the comments now, Justigator, Kappa's whole crew was people that I didn't like or didn't like me. And my whole thing was they was hiding behind Kappa, right? They would, and I'm like, I don't want no smoke with this lady, but goddamn it, I see it coming, because these little bitches keep running behind her every time, we get into. So that they would be in the room, but I would always notice that Kappa wouldn't be disrespectful. Matter of fact, she would be like, y'all chill out, da da da. So I was like, you know what? I don't want no smoke with this lady. But Kappa would try to preach to me. And we're in the same age group, and I knew that. So, and the word on the curb was, The millionaire. I think I might have started that. The millionaire, the well-off lady, da 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 da. So Kappa was like, listen, man, you need this here. You don't want none of this. These people do some crazy shit over here. You need to, you know what I'm saying, divest yourself, get, you know, put your real estate company, you know, you don't want people who know you in real estate to know anything about, you know, the beefs that you be having over here. And my mouth being as slick as it is, I was like, so you said I'm a millionaire. You, unless you are one too, don't try to coach me. And Cap was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? And I get it, you know what I'm saying? We've had those talks since January. And she's like, see what I was trying to tell you? And I get it. You know what I'm trying to tell you? You wouldn't listen. But it is what it is, you know.
Because that very same live you came into, those people over there gave me some advice, Key, because me and you ain't used to dealing with people like that for real, for real.
Yeah.
A motherfucking petty pusher told me this, and I'll never let this go for as long as I live. Somebody that ain't got nothing is willing to help you lose everything. So when you battling and fighting people that ain't got nothing, man, they come up. You are their come up.
My mama was telling me, and you know, my mom every now and again she give me some good advice, right? But I kid you not, every time I saw her, you know, I was on TikTok every day, especially last summer, right? Every time I had to go over to her, my daughter's apartment or whatever, drop something off and just go see them or whatever. I can't even really see them and enjoy them because I'm cussing out the people. Mm-hmm. And my mom, Chef John, like, yeah, tell Shady to unblock because y'all know I don't be knowing how to do shit. But my mom would be like, you crazy as hell. The kind of money you got to argue with some broke bitches. And those were her exact words. She was like, and she would just, every time she saw me, she would say, you still arguing with them broke ass people?
Yep.
And I'm like, Mom, she was like, I don't know what in the world is wrong with you, smarter than that. I know you.
Because it's the audacity. I mean, I've been where you at, so I understood where this was going to go. It's the audacity to even try me like that. Because in our real lives, people do not try us. Like when I speak in my professional capacity, when I speak, that's it. There's no there's no comeback. There's no, I said what I said, done. You know, period. That's just the way it is.
And I think I was ego tripping because I can literally go in my phone right now today, September the 12th. And I can show you what I'm talking to CFOs of billion-dollar companies. And I'm like, hey, listen. And I don't got to the point where I'm so secure. That's why I was looking at Kappa like, I don't have to hide. Everybody know my reputation. Mm-hmm. And they know I'm like that when it comes to real estate and finance. I'm like that, right? I'm great at what I do. I don't do the voices no more. I've been put my customer service voice up. I talk to these CFOs of these huge mortgage companies like I'm talking to you. I have their cell phone numbers. I text it like, hey man, and I matter of fact, fuck it.
Chef, you're not on there. You're not on there, Chef. I don't see you. You're not on there, dear. Now, you might be blocked on her other page. I'm only a mod on this page. Oh, yeah, I am. Yeah, me and my husband both ride motorcycles. I'm actually a nationally certified coach for riding. Let's go from Nashville to Louisville. You going to take a shower, baby? Yeah. Like right now? Yeah. Okay. You want to watch a movie? Okay. Then what was we trying to watch yesterday? Do you remember?
Zombieland.
No, it was the other movie that we fell asleep on.
Bull.
Oh, yeah. I told you it was good. It wasn't good? You ain't like it?
You see that?
Why you making it
that says? Being that you feel the need to ignore me, I will move my business. I don't know how she spelled my name. Nisha, I'm not ignoring you. I've been out this morning doing personal stuff. I don't play. I don't.
Yeah.
And listen, in 30 minutes, that lady had ordered a wire. for 230,000, 38,000, 30,000, 230,000. She had ordered a wire for 230 to be sent to the. I've been dealing with people like that. So it was the audacity for me of these motherfuckers. Who you think you talking? You know what I'm saying? I talk to people who literally write checks and wire tens of millions of dollars a day. A day. Who the fuck y'all think y'all talking to? And my mom would be like, that's the point. If you on, 1 minute yes, I need you to wire that 400,000. I need you to wire that 500,000. I need you, I need you to clear the close this 5. And then you on the phone talking to some motherfuckers who can't, you know what I'm saying, get no French fries. Is you crazy? And I seemed like I wasn't getting it. I wasn't catching on to it.
Zudini, yes, I have Z1000s. And there go my instructor, and there go my helmets. Though the black ones ain't mine, just them two and those two. I lost a damn pigtail. But yeah, I ride Z1000s. I don't ride nothing under 1,000 cc's, honestly. I got a 10R over in the other garage too. I can't fit everything in here. Those are my two newest, and then I got the 10R on the other side. But I knew that. I mean, I went and looked at your page, Keyona, and I was like, this lady's doing business. She's doing like legitimate business. I seen the real estate stuff. And I was like, she's doing legitimate business. And the first thought to my mind was, oh man, somebody's finna jump in her big. Yeah, somebody finna try to take what you got. That was my first thought. Because we were raised so jealous-hearted of each other, not celebrating what people doing, but rather hating on what people doing. And it's a mentality, and it's what they want. This is what the CIA wanted of COINTELPRO. This is what they wanted of us. They wanted us to be suspicious of each other. They wanted us not to trust each other. They wanted us to be like, my chains are shinier than yours. I got the best massa and you don't. They want us to be like that. We don't have to be like that. But unfortunately, from years.
But look what happened to me. Like the minute, and people still remind me of. They be like, I remember the first time I really noticed that you was on Messy Talk. I didn't know what the hell I was. Thank you, Deja Banks. I didn't know what the hell I was, but a lot of people remember that day. Thank you, sweetheart. When they were like, "Oh, she doxed somebody," and I'm like, dox him by saying I want to know who the hell that was to just cuss me out, because again, in my real life,
right,
don't nobody talk to me like that.
Right.
So I was like, my whole my whole thought process is, and we women, let's keep it funky. I was like, what? That must be somebody dealing with my man. Because who the hell would cuss me out like that? I don't know you. I didn't know that was normal over here. Like, people over here cuss complete strangers out like dogs, like say the things to complete strangers, like the shit you wouldn't even say to your straight up enemy. They say to each other over here. I was like, what the fuck? I need to know who you are. And that was the only statement I said. Was I need to know who the hell just cussed me out like that and threatened me. You know what I mean? Like, bitch, I beat your ass and don't make me take this bar off. I was like, wait, what? Huh?
Yeah, because it don't happen in your real professional life.
The whole rumor of Keyona is a doxer. And at the time, I didn't know someone was, that was sending someone into a panic, because I look back now and I realized their whole thought was, oh shit, if she's
gonna expose me. Yep.
I didn't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was like, whoa, I didn't know this anonymity thing that y'all garner so much, and y'all like, because I don't give a fuck who know who I am, right? But these trolls, that's why we still argue who's cookie, who's opposition, listen, ain't nowhere in hell somebody had to say, hey, you finna go to this place. It's called Messy Talk, right? Everybody over there, you know what I'm saying? You got about 20 people, you gonna know who they are, but the rest of them is gonna people, they will not let you know who they are, and they do the most diabolical shit. You wanna go?
Yep.
I said, hell no.
Yep.
Hell no. I'm not going over there. That's crazy. But I slipped, tripped, and fell over here. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna lie. This is my true feeling about Messy Talk. I have met some people over here that have they have made my days, some of my hard days, some of my lonely days. That I have laughed over here like I haven't laughed before, but I've also done some crying over here. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that I'll say, oh, this was a part of my life. You know what I'm saying? For a while, didn't see it coming. But it just tripped me out. Thank you. How people, you know what I'm saying? When I first got on Messy Talk, the first thing, and I still say it, not because me and her are cool. I don't even know where the hell she at now, but I still say I blame the people who encouraged it. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. You see how you said, Keyona, I don't bring my shit to you. I don't
Yeah, I
get you with
don't.
my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That person, and me and you, we talk on the back end.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Trip and Petty didn't talk on no back end.
Right.
They didn't.
Right.
Petty was running a big platform at the time. Trip came over there panicking, like, oh shit, y'all know this girl, she said she gonna blah, 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 blah. A smart person would say, take that shit on somewhere. But no, we as niggas love to hurt each other. They dived right in. Everybody. I still have the clips in my tablet at the office right now that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, call it, state on her, call it. I'm like, do y'all understand? Do y'all understand? I don't have so many people whose careers that I could have literally shut down. But I always go back and think to myself, thank y'all. They worked hard for that. They prayed for that. They did the homework for that. They, you know what I'm saying? They didn't go to the part. They sacrificed for that. We're having a disagreement today. Why should I ruin something that took them years to get or build, and they're supposed to have it until the day they die? Right? They got, thank you. They
Can we
got, ain't no way.
mental
I have in my phone right now, not my phone. Well, it is in my phone. In my tablet and in my phone, I have and this man is a white guy, right? Attorney. I have him debt to rights. The man wound up saying to me, I don't even want to do practice law no more. I want to sell how I want to invest in real estate. He thought I was going to tear him the fuck up with the state bar. He really did. I had it all. Head on a platter. But in my mind, I said, that man worked hard for that. Even though he's fucking up, right? He's fucking up bad. His people paid me. I got my money. And I went on with my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to destroy your whole future because you just got to make me whole. I'm an insurance, I'm an old insurance girl. I've been had this insurance thing for the last 20 years. Indemnify me, make me whole, and then we go on our life. You know what I'm saying? But when you try to destroy me, that's why I can't fuck with you. When you try to take everything I got, especially I ain't done nothing to you. You don't know me.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Petty sat right there and said, I'm going to get it I know how to do it a different way. I don't even know who this lady is.
I really think Petty was saying that. I'm going to be honest. I don't know because I didn't really talk to her about it, but I think she was just saying that to get Trip. Because Trip came in that live. We was on a whole different topic. And if you recall, if you was around or seen it, I got mad at Trip and was like, man, why you bring all this foolishness over here? We wasn't even talking about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you came over here fighting with somebody else and come in the box and she just word salad, like, blah, blah, blah. You know how she did.
Awful. It was, I mean, I used to look at those videos, because they would just infringe me, and I do my best prayer when I'm mad. I know that's probably sound crazy, but I do my best prayer when I'm mad. But I used to get so angry because I said, I'm so sick and tired of black people right? Oh, Black Lives Matter. You, Capel, you know, you, when we had those talks, I damn near zone out sometime when I hear black people on the white man. This, I don't, cause I'm like, God damn it, I can't change not one fucking white man. But why the fuck can't my people see? I'm not finna do my own. What?
But we also have to talk about the mental illness and the insertion of the patriarch into our community. When we came over here, remember, we was sold off, separated from our own tribes. They did that on purpose. It was systemic, so that we couldn't build a community within a community. So now we're a whole bunch of strangers trying to, like, I guess, see eye to eye with each other with all these different historical type of like, I don't know, I want to say values, but they're not really values. And we're starting to get back to it, and that scares them very much so. And they don't want it, because the worst thing that they want to see is any of us unified. They don't want to see us unified, so they're going to keep us
But
fighting.
that's the thing. Okay, no, look, you're a very strong woman. No different than nobody can move you. Nobody can move us. We gotta move each other. That's the shit I'm talking about. Like, okay, this summer alone, and I hate to say this out loud, but these motherfucking real estate agents, I don't know, but some of these folk got their license at the Mickey Mouse camp for real estate. I don't care. I don't had to literally sit down and tell I don't know how many brokers this summer I'm gonna sue your ass, because you have to sue the broker and the person when the broker has to prove that, hey, I didn't teach him or her that, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you can
Yeah, they
separate
work
them.
under their, yeah, they
Right,
work
because
under
you're
their
unified.
yeah.
Whatever you do, the broker has done until they can prove that they didn't do it, or they taught you not to. I literally got numerous phone messages, where I'm talking and I'm like, hey, do you realize your salesperson didn't do da 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 da, and they said you're okay with it, and they're like, whoa, 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 and have I gone to the state once? Not once. Not once. Have I put a lawsuit? I was one out there. I was really gonna get her ass for contract interference. Have I done it yet? No. I'll tell you why I didn't do it. Because I knew something was gonna happen to the boy who did the shit. I got a call 3 weeks ago. He lost his job. I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if y'all feel like somebody done you wrong, just wait. It'll come.
Yeah.
You don't have to do all these things. You really do not have to do all these things. The only person I can understand, does it mess with me, but I keep trying to give this person, because and I'm not trying to tell their business, but when you come for everything I have, when you coming for what I built for that special needs adult up there, you have no idea what I want to see happen to you. Like, you have no idea. And that will make me go to the state on you, the bar on you, the whatever on you. If I got you dead to rights, you're gone. But you can stop it, and you can say, you know what, I'm out. No harm, no foul. And I'm just that type of person. I'm going to stop as well, because I don't want to see any attorney lose their license. I don't want to see any real estate agent lose their license. I don't want to see, any judge, get sanctioned or whatever, have to go before judicial review. I don't want to see that. But I'm the motherfucker that will do that. If you mess with what I got.
So, if you're doing it out of protection of yourself versus out of just being jealous, angry, or spiteful,
and
that
here's
makes
the
the
thing:
difference.
when that situation with Petty happened, when she was saying she was literally saying, "I'm gonna have her license took," and I was like, "I tell you what," I said, I'll give you $1,000 if you can prove I doxed anybody," because I didn't even know what the word dox means. The only time I had ever heard the word doxing had just happened. That's with that guy who cooks, Darius. Somebody had accused him, or he had accused somebody of doxing or whatever. I didn't know what the hell a dox meant. And so coming over here, I was like, I knew I hadn't done anything wrong, because all I said was, I need to know who the hell you are. So I was like, if you can prove I dox anyone, I give you $1,000. Right? She won't take that deal. She did not want to take that deal. I still had a video where she said, fuck you and that real estate license. And so when I was like, can I go to the state? Yes. But the first thing I'm going to do is go to your broker. That's who governs you. The broker heard the tape. The broker said, the state of Georgia need to hear this. The state of Georgia need to take that license. That's not my job. And then and we all know now because they done hit her up. To this day, she ain't got no damn state of Georgia recommendation on me or complaint from me. Why would I do that? Even though yes, you was teamed up with people that so-called come after mine. I just wanted to show you that you didn't have that power to do that. But I wasn't gonna go for yours because I don't know how you gonna feed your family. And I don't understand why black women particularly. I'm not a black man, but women, we see it all the time. We don't just try to harm one another. We try to destroy one another. Do you realize you ain't even gonna be mad with this person in 3 months, and you see her trying to do things that will cause them pain for 30 years? That's the shit y'all said a white man so-called did, right? With crack in the community. It was a generational thing. Dad, and he wasn't there for the son, and the son don't know how to be a dad to the grandson, all because dope got put in our neighborhoods. What about the shit we doing to each other now? What about the shit we do?
It's all residual, but what I know about Petty is I didn't think Petty was ever gonna do that anyway to you, because that Petty wasn't even built like that. The few people she went after, they really did some super ignorant stuff to her. At that point, you had done nothing to her. And basically what she was saying was, she was telling Tripp, I got a different way to do it. That was, to me, that was saying, okay, I'll do this on the back end. She literally said, I'll do it on the back end. She didn't know you from Adam to do anything to you on the back end.
At all.
So I really just don't feel like she was on that type of time with you, but she wanted Tripp to drop out of the box.
I wouldn't have even played it. I wouldn't have even perpetuated it. You know what I mean?
That's the only thing. And like I said, I didn't talk to her about it because everything happened so fast. Listen, Keyona, everything happened so fast. When it came to that girl came in there. She was spouting off at the mouth, screaming about you and, trying to get her information and all this other stuff. And she got something for people. And I was just like, first of all, who the hell are you? Lady, we wasn't even talking about any of this stuff. What are y'all, you know what I'm saying? We're just all over there chilling and shit. And they're live laughing. But let me get back to what I was saying. That's mental illness. That's mental illness. That is mental illness. When you look at somebody and they say, pretty much, I'm going to take everything you got because you made me mad on a social media app, that's mental illness. I'm not talking about none of us are making a living like that, or I'm not, off of no damn social media, right? None of us. So for you to look at somebody and say, I'm going to take everything you got because I'm upset because of social media, that tell me you got a problem. You got a problem. You got a problem. People that you walk past every day in your life don't even do that. Right. They don't even do that. You conduct your business and you move on. These people, they want to get an aha moment. They really literally stay up all night crying and whining about social media. I don't give a fuck if you hoes like me on her or not. And I'm not saying that in a way of white, black, pink, or purple. I don't care. I sleep quite fine at night because you know why? I know the people that got my back, they within these walls right here. Right. That's why I don't run around calling these hoes my friends on TikTok. I didn't say that, pluck chicken. I don't know what you're talking about. I said I didn't think Petty was going to do any of that because the people Petty ever went after actually did something to her. I've never known Petty to sit up there and go after somebody and they didn't do anything to her. She didn't do that. Petty used to do celebrity recaps and her platform grew off of that. When she got, I think it might have been Womblands or even something way before that. That's what Petty did. I never knew Petty. Well, you know what? Okay, that's fine.
Let it go.
Let me just do that. Let me just get them out of here because they being stupid. I never said Petty was wrong for what she did to Keyona. What I said was I didn't even think Petty had even done it. But I didn't talk to Petty to even know anything about any of that.
Let's be clear. She was wrong for perpetuating it. She was wrong for letting it go on her platform. She was wrong.
Yeah, I would have dropped Tripp myself. But then remember when you came over and UK and Jim was all real mad at each other and I was trying to get y'all to just talk it out. And I was like, just go on mute. Y'all go on mute. Stop. You know what I'm saying? I would have just
That's
been
the
like,
thing. Like with me, yes, I love Tony V's until the cows come home. But I will, and I know this may sound crazy. Maybe it's the Capricorn in me. I don't know. But I will make up with you quicker about you trying to deal with that man or saying you're going to deal with that man than you will fucking with one of my businesses. My businesses are my children. You get no passes. Fuck you for life, forever,
right.
forever. We don't do that. I listen. I just don't play like because again, like I said, a lot of times people don't understand blood, sweat, and tears that go into careers.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people who work jobs may not understand the gravity
Yeah,
of
man. When you break it
career.
down, you making a few dollars a damn hour. How much work you
Right.
put into
Because
your
see,
own
when you
business?
know if you work at the Kia plant, right? Especially in a place like Detroit or whatever, you work at Chrysler plant, you fuck up over there, Ford plant, you fuck up over there. You know what I mean? You just go from plant to plant. I did it. Trust me. I started out at Equifax. That put me into the financial utilities or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Left
Right.
Equifax. I mean Atlanta Gaslight. Atlanta Gaslight went to Georgia Power. Was Bell South. Then later went to AT&T.
No, for
They was like, if you gonna
AT&T.
work at
Yeah.
every utility company, hey, it's on my goddamn resume. But when you get a career, that's a whole different smoke. That's a whole different smoke. I ain't coming out for nobody nursing license. I don't give like you really gotta piss me off. And again, that means you came after my lively children or my business children. That's other than that, hey, it is what it is. I ain't coming. All these nurses, man, that is one of the hardest things on planet Earth to get your
Yeah.
nursing license.
Nursing and
Right? You care
CNAs,
for the
all of that,
lives.
anything
Yeah,
medical.
all of them. I
Yeah.
don't give a damn what. You know what I'm saying? I know
Yeah.
the higher you go up, the more, you know what I'm saying, expertise you have,
Right.
so it's even heavier. I wouldn't fuck with a CNA license. I damn sure wouldn't fuck with a registered nursing license. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Some of these people really got career paths. Right? And just because
Right.
we're having a disagreement today, you think somebody's supposed to come after that?
But what killed
Anybody who
me,
think about that in their goddamn mind is crazy.
do you know how stupid I would feel calling somebody's job for real and telling them this person on TikTok did XYZ?
You got
Unless
to
they're
get your mind
using that
first.
job to cause some type of irreparable harm to me. Like literally,
Exactly.
think about it. Who would call AT&T and be like, "Hey, Keyona runs a messy TikTok night court, and she was talking about me on there, and she said some unflattering things. You need to
That's
fire her."
crazy shit.
That's childish. It's fucking childish. That's childish. It's not that they want what you got.
Starting
They just
goddamn
don't want you to have it.
change.orgs and stuff. Like that's so crazy to me.
It's not that they want what you got or can even get what you got or sustain what you got. They just don't want you to have it.
Exactly.
So that's a mental illness, and that's something that's strong in sometimes in the black community, but not just the black community. We can't say that because whites hate on whites, Puerto Ricans hate on Puerto Rican. It's proximity. So we're all sitting over here in this digital community. We're in proximity of each other. So it feel like it's black people attacking you, but in actuality, if you got up and went and sat on another side of TikTok and you was problematic or somebody deemed you problematic, because baby, when the white folks, let me tell you where doxing came from, okay? Doxing came from when Mike Brown was unalived.
Mm-hmm.
The 3%ers, the white supremacists used to walk down the protest line and just hold their camera up or have on a body camera and just film people's faces. And they would later get on their digital wherever and say, "Hey, Sass," and send those pictures out to people. And then it came from white people. Thank you, Laurent. And then people in those platforms would try to find out who that person was. They was taking pictures of people's plates. And in Illinois, our plates aren't published. So therefore, they got smart to the Missouri plates are published. And you can look up somebody's address, name, phone number, everything just by the plate. It's public knowledge. In Illinois, it's not. So then rally points from Missouri to Illinois, and then Illinois people driving people to the protests had to occur. So that way these people wouldn't get doxxed. It came from the Caucasian people way back when Mike Brown passed away. They was using that as a tool to send to people jobs and say, hey, this person was out here looting.
Okay, let me say this. This is what be so frustrating.
You ain't never gonna get too far from a white person when it comes to evil in our community.
I mean, what you talk about, Felicia? This is what gets me though, right? We will say, oh, the white man started this and the white man started that and the white man. I don't look at it like that. Thank you, Felicia. I look at it like, okay, you saw the white man doing something that wasn't cool and you felt like it was okay to do it as well.
Yeah, they deploy tactics of white supremacy all the time.
Right.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. Let me say something. So if the white man is doing something to their own race and we go, you know what? They taking out their race 2 and 3 a day. I think I should do that would make no sense.
It don't,
we have to call a thing a thing. We be using this shit as excuses. We use, the white man started, the white man does it too. Those are excuses. And Cappa, I know I believe you're a great mom. That shit didn't work in your house. When your kids were like, Mom, Tina did it. You like, I don't give a fuck about no goddamn Tina. You my child. Absolutely. I got suffer because of the shit you doing. Why do we allow, we tell each other that? Because our kids can't come home and tell us, I was doing what the fuck Tommy was doing. I was doing what the fuck Renee was doing. We don't want to hear that shit.
Because
why the hell do we allow that excuse?
We don't because you have a subset of people that's gonna align with and acclimate with tactics used by that group of people. It's just that way, Key.
Call it out. I hate niggas that's doing better than me.
Then you gotta put distance between. That's why you gotta put distance. That's why you gotta put distance between you and those type of people. And when you see somebody about to get wrapped up in that shit and they really don't need to be, speak on it. And that's what I did when I seen you. I spoke to you about it.
We like I said, we cool to this day because I was just always like, wow. At first I was mad with you. I remember I said I was duty bound and you put on the post Miss Duty Bound. And I was like, I know she fucking did. But there was, me and Tony was talking about this today while I was waiting on my client to come. I said, anybody who knows me, I can, you can treat me a certain way. But when you treat my children right, I can despise you, but I still won't give them no smoke. And I always notice, and that goes for my business children as well as my human children. And so the two people that I'm the coolest with, you know what I'm saying, on this app, one took up for my actual child, my human child, and the other one took up for my business child. And that was just like, I want to argue with these bitches, but I can't because that would violate my code, right? Like I literally have, I know people that I've been wanting to pop them for like 20 years, but they always give my kids a Christmas present or a birthday present. I can't do it. You know what I mean? That's why I got so mad with Poozy last night because I'm like, listen, anytime someone is looking after your children for their best interest, I don't give a damn how they wrap it up and give it to you. You need to be thankful. If they have to say, bitch, you slipping and you're pimping, you need to be able to say, I was slipping. I don't like how you said it, but I know you really don't want my children hurt. So I may not like you, T-Time. I may not fuck with you, T-Time, but I do appreciate the fact that you was trying to tell me, don't let no stranger come, you know what I'm saying, know where my babies lay their head at. What we got going on mean nothing. And that was just driving me crazy with Poozy because in my real life, that's how I live. If I despise you, if I know you have taken up for my children or stopped something from happening with my kids, I put all that shit to the side because I'm last. And Cappa would be in these rooms where people would be saying some of the most atrocious things about my child. And she would always say, I don't agree. She would stand, she wouldn't stay on mute. She wouldn't try to get along. she would say, I don't agree with y'all. Her child is this, or her, you know what I'm saying? You guys shouldn't say that about her child. So I was like,
Pretty little
yeah, I ain't gonna
girl.
smoke with that lady.
She's a
Period.
pretty young lady.
Me and Glock was already like, wow, we was at it. Wow, you know, we was full, but I lost so many goddamn pages from making videos about Glock. It was unreal. But I overheard Glock one day say, I don't give a fuck what y'all say about her. That bitch bad at real estate. Her real estate companies are doing very, very well because she know what she doing. And it was like, well, I guess that fight's over.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, much well, you know what I'm saying?
So,
People, all three of us own businesses, and we know a business hustler when we see one. And we know the commitment you have to put in to make that shit happen. So at the end of the day, if I don't respect nothing else, I'm gonna respect your work ethic.
Beautiful.
And your baby, you know, like, I don't know. I mean, I go back and forth about the whole drag. Yeah, if somebody drag your kid, bring your kid up, yeah, you got the right to respond however which way you see fit, even up to and including their children. Nothing's off the table, for real. To be honest with you, nothing's off the table. But to go and find your child, in my opinion, and I've talked to some of the people that's like real close to me, to go and find your adult child that is minding their business and doing their thing. Hell, Keyona give you enough ammunition to just go after her. You don't have to. The minute you stoop your ass down and start messing with people's kids, unwarranted and unprovoked, you lost. You have nothing else left. So you basically just trying to hurt that person just to be hurting them. And that's all it boils down to.
I said, damn. When, you know, that Sunday, you know, I still think about that Sunday in Bella's live, and I went to saying what I was saying about Trina. I was like, I lost that goddamn fight. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't tone wrestle Trina down. So I had to do that, you know what I'm saying? Do that stupid shit. I knew I had lost the fight.
And can we talk about this though, Keyona? I want you to literally talk. Think about it. Whenever I'm engaging with somebody, this goes through my mind, and I understand because I'm working on this for myself as well. Think about the things that you have, how your life is set up, how your life look. Like what you can literally wake up tomorrow and just be like, I'm finna go buy this, do this, travel here, spend time with XYZ. And then look at what Trina got going on. And ask yourself, if you was in Trina's position, would you not be of the utmost jealous?
You know, I don't even think Trina and
I'm not saying you
I hear what you're saying.
as you
Trina,
are.
a person that was on the trajectory that I was on and trajectory Trina's on would typically, especially two black women, one would be jealous of the other. However, if we're gonna call a thing, I kept fucking with Trina because I kept watching how she was burning other people, and I was like, she gonna burn me. Let me go ahead and get this shit out the way now and let her burn me. And so I'm like that. I'm like, let's go and get this shit out the way now. I'm that person that'll swing first because I'm like, you listen. Once I fear, you know, I tell people I don't live with fear in my heart because the day I fear, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we had to talk earlier. Like people be saying that whole I'm scared. I'm like, y'all don't understand. Those are strong ass words, and real people will do that number to you when they really feel scared. And so I came from that world, so I was like, yeah, she gonna do me too. So let me go ahead and fuck with her so she can do it. And she can drag me. You know what I'm saying? We can just go on and do that one thing. And we did. And I kid you not, when I was thinking, I didn't factor my daughter or her daughter as power plays. I really didn't. I just thought we would bitch hoe each other to death. You know what I mean? I just really thought
a person that don't have a person that don't have nothing to lose will help you lose everything, and a person that don't have anything to lose, it's like a hungry dog. You know how they say don't corner a hungry dog, don't provoke a hungry dog. That's that situation when you wake up every day and you don't know what your shit gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? Like your situation, being rock bottom. I don't know if you've ever been there. I have been there. Being rock bottom is not a good feeling. Okay? You cannot be happy being rock bottom. You cannot be happy being dependent on other people. Even people that's been homeless and got put in like Section 8 housing say they feel human once they get in that house, once they get in that apartment, because people being rock bottom, being homeless, You know, and I'm not saying everybody's rock bottom is homeless, but what I'm saying is being rock bottom is not a good feeling. So when you feel bad about yourself, what you do is you go out here and you provoke people, and they love to target people that got shit. They love to target people that worked hard for what they got. They love to target people that they deem unworthy of the things that they have, because it makes them feel better to try to make you feel worse about yourself, when in actuality they feel like shit about themselves. So they want you to be unhappy too. Misery is always welcoming company. You see what I'm saying?
But here's the thing. When I was on this app terrorizing or whatever, clapping back at people and going to the depths of hell in my clapbacks. Thank you, Niche Baby. Thank y'all. Thank you. Everybody said she's got to be miserable. They drag my life. Oh, her husband can't care about her. Her kids can't care about. Mwah, thank you. She's got to be miserable. She got to be miserable. And although, thank y'all, there was some truth to that, but my misery wasn't because I didn't have a great life. My misery was, and this is gonna sound really fucked up. My misery was, what am I supposed to do with all this fucking peace? Right? I'm angry. One, I'm angry because my father was taken from me. Right? He said he was having a heart attack. They didn't render aid. They didn't, they gave him something that actually
You yelled at me about your dad. So, you don't remember you yelled at me about your father?
Yeah,
you yelled at me.
I don't remember that, but I was literally like, the minute I left that happened, I wound up on Messy Talk within. I didn't even know I was on Messy Talk when it happened. I was in Nietzsche's panel the night it happened, but I had anger because of that, right? I don't like anybody to take nothing from me. I don't like somebody to mistreat the ones that belong to me. I done gave many a hospital a run for their money, okay? And they always, in the end, did what I asked them to do for my children. Many a doctor, many a whatever. We literally got a NICU right now at Rockdale County Hospital because a 17-year-old girl, me, sued they ass because this little boy right here died at that hospital 30 years ago yesterday. And I knew, I said, let me get the pathology. They was like, pathology report? Yeah, me, 17 from the hood, know that I need a pathology report for my deceased child. Sure the fuck do. Give it to me. Well, you got to pay 50 cents. I don't give a fuck. We came with the money. Give it to me. You know what I mean? And so the settlement was, we don't have a doctor because doctors have to, testify against other doctors. But the hospital has said what they will do is they will put a NICU to make sure no other child suffocates there because they're underweight. They now know what to do with underweight babies. A year later, a little girl named Miracle was born there, the exact same weight my child, and she's still alive to this day. Me and her mother are actually friends. So I'm a warrior like that, right? Especially when it comes to the legal shit. I will listen. I don't even play. I done draft 17 motions this week. I know these people tired of my ass. Like, matter of fact, they are. They told me they were tired of me, and then I put an exhibit in my thing saying, "You may be tired of me, but federal and state law says you have to deal with
respond to this motion.
You have to take me seriously." So I will motion and brief your ass to death, baby. As long as, especially don't let it be electronic fire. I get up in the middle like fire. Please, them folks tired of my ass at the goddamn courthouse about my father, and these other folks ain't saying shit yet. So I'm just saying what I'm saying, and so I'm just that I came over here only angry about that. Yes, I'm very relentless. I was angry about my father, but I was also finally at a point in my life where I'm like, what am I supposed to do with all this peace? You know what I'm saying? This little ass man up here, he's finally, chilling out, acting like he got some goddamn sense. My kids are doing great, you know what I'm saying, in their private lives, whether they in my house every day or at all. Their businesses that, everybody knows she's the real estate agent, she's the mortgage. What the fuck am I supposed to do with all this peace? And I got a lot of money in my bank account. That's a bad combination if you don't know what you're doing. So I wound up on Messy Talk. And it was a cesspool for people to go, oh, she got some money and she like to pop her shit. I want some. I'm gonna
Right.
get some. I'm gonna destroy it. I'm a this, I'm a that. And I didn't even realize I was in a fucking dungeon of people with dungeon mentality. Because never in my life would I try to take somebody work hard for.
And you cannot build a foundation, since you know about structural integrity of a home. You cannot build a foundation stealing a brick over here and a brick over there and a brick of that shit don't match. You can't build your foundation like that. Your foundation to your home must be solid. And so a lot of people that don't have solid foundations, they have a lot of mental issues going on that's unaddressed.
Right.
They end up relishing in the back and forth between the creators, the fighting, the arguing, the downgrading each other. They end up relishing. And when I think I realized like earlier this year that I was feeding the mental illness. I was feeding that cycle by going live, talking just really crazy about people and just giving people, like I had a lady tell me one time, she got blocked out of my live and she found me on IG. And she told me that she was gonna unalive herself.
Wow.
But she ran across one of I was up late, just talking, popping stuff. She said, I didn't even know who you were talking about, but I got so involved in your live, and then abruptly I got blocked because her twin sister was unalived and she didn't want to be here anymore. No children, family, parents gone, twin sister gone, no kids. So I was like, I didn't even know, baby. I didn't even know you were there. I apologize and give me your username. I will unblock you and I will make sure that nobody blocks you again. Okay, I'm going to follow you so you'll be my mutual. So with that being said, I realized that the impact. So I changed. I changed the way I approach stuff. Now that lady interacted with me a minute ago. I changed the way that I approach things. Now, instead of just flat out just DOXing or just going to the pits of hell, I want people to laugh. At least if I'm going to drag them, they're going to laugh about it. And if they call me corny and if they call me silly or ignorant, then so what? At least the people that came in there that needed a good laugh for that night, they got a good laugh out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because